Subscribe to my channel and press bell icon for latest updates.
Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Raghuveer. In this class, we will discuss about TF-IDF. We'll take an example and understand what TF-IDF is. The example which we have chosen here is from Amazon mobile data set. And we will use the concept called bag of words in this class. The discussion about bag of words and Amazon mobile data set is clearly made in our previous classes. So please watch our playlist sequence and come back here. Now coming to the example, we have taken feedbacks from different customers on different mobiles in Amazon dataset. How many feedbacks we have considered? We considered 70,000 different feedbacks from different customers. From that we have written few of them here for understanding our TF-IDF concept. So our first feedback is this mobile is cheap and this mobile has best features when compared to AT&T mobile. This is the best mobile in this cost. Our second feedback is this mobile is bad. This mobile is looking good. Our third feedback is like that. We are having 70,000 different feedbacks. So one feedback we call it as document. The set of all those feedbacks we call it as document corpus. This we already discussed in our previous class, bag of words class. Hope you already watched that video. So please watch that video and come back here. So document corpus. So now we have to convert this text document into bag of words. How we convert this text document into bag of words is, let's take the word mobile. Mobile is the word. How many times that it's appeared in this document? How many times it's appeared? 4 times. That is what we have written here. For the mobile word, what's the value we have given? 4. Like that, how many times the word cheap has occurred here in this document? 1 time. This is what the concept of bag of words. So what's bag of words is doing? Bag of words is assigning numerical values to the words in this document based on the occurrence, how many times it occurred. So this mobile has occurred 4 times. That's why it is given the value 4. So what bag of words is doing is it is giving more weightage to the words that are more frequently occurred in the document. Okay, but coming to a situation called, so mobile, we are collecting these feedbacks on mobiles. So mobile is the word that is most frequently occurred in almost all the documents. See here, mobile is the word that occurred here, mobile is the word that occurred here in this document, in next document, in almost all the documents we are having a word called mobile. So now can I use that word for analyzing my feedbacks? No, I cannot use that word for analyzing my feedback. Why? Because mobile is the word that present in almost all the documents. It is present in positive documents, it is present in negative documents. I cannot use that word for analyzing my feedbacks. So we should not give more weightage to the words that are frequently occurred in all the documents. This is not considered in a bag of words. So what our TF-IDF will do is, it will give more weightage to the words that are less frequently occurred in all the documents. Let's take an example. Suppose here cheap is the word. Let's take in our 70,000 feedbacks we collected. In that we are having the word cheap in only 2 documents. The 2 documents are positive documents. Suppose a new customer came in and he has written some feedback on a mobile and he used the word cheap. Now based on our previous data, we collected some data, right? 70,000 data records. In that, in which situation cheap is the word is used? It is used in the situation called positive feedback. So from our previous collected data, what we identified? Cheap is the word used for positive feedback. So based on the word used by the new customer came in and he had given some feedback on new mobile. He used the word cheap. Now what we can analyze that? We can analyze it as a positive feedback. in this way we will do some analysis. This is one of the way. Okay, so we have to give more weightage to the words that are less frequently occurred in the documents. That is what TF-IDF will do. Now let's check how TF-IDF will execute. TF means term frequency. Term frequency means take a feedback, take a word in that feedback. Let's count number of times word occurred in this document divided by number of words in the document. Total 22 words in this document. In this 22 words, how many times mobile word occurred? 4 times. So what's the value of mobile? What's the TF value of mobile? Word mobile? 4 by 22. What's the TF value of word cheap? 1 by 22. This is how we calculate TF value. Term frequency means this value will be high. Value will be high. When this value will be high? If a word occurred more number of times. If the numerator value is high, the overall value will be high, because the denominator don't change for words to words. For mobile 4 times, for cheap 1 time, but the denominator is same for both 22 by 20, 22. So when this total value will be high, if the word occurred more number of times, numerator will be large, so the overall value will be large. Okay, so the value high if word occurred more number of times. Coming to IDF. IDF means inverse document frequency. The equation for this IDF is log of n, capital N divided by Ni. What's this capital N means? Total number of documents. How many documents we are having? 70,000 documents. 70,000 documents divided by Ni means, take the word mobile, and in how many documents we are having this word mobile. In how many documents we are having this word mobile. For suppose in almost all the documents we are having this word mobile, then 70,000 divided by 70,000, which is 1. Log 1 means value is 0. Means we are giving this value will be less. This value will be less if the word occurred in more number of documents. This value will be large. When this value will be large? If the word occurred in less number of documents. Okay. Now coming to TF-IDF. TF-IDF means TF into IDF. When we are doing multiplication, if this value is high and this value is high, if both the values are high, then the total value will be high. Then this total value will be high. When this total value will be high, TF value should be high and IDF value should be high. When TF value will be high? If a word occurred more number of times in this document, then TF value will be high. When IDF value will be high? If a word not occurred more number of times in this document corpus, then IDF value will be high. So what's the meaning of overall TF-IDF is, if a word occurred more number of times in this document and it is not at all present in remaining documents, that word will be given highest value. Okay, this is what TF-IDF is. But coming to implementation part of TF-IDF, we will use a package called sklearn. In that package we are having a class called TF-IDF vectorizer, but the implementation of this TF-IDF in this package is little bit different from our teaching in textbooks. This is from textbook, but the implementation point of view is little bit different. What they did is, log in IDF place, log n by ni is the formula which mentioned in the textbooks, but in implementation they used +1. Okay. And one more thing they have done is, let's take an example. This mobile is bad. How many words we have in this feedback? We are having 4 words. Now convert these words into TF-IDF. I am not calculating TF-IDF values here. Just for simplicity, I used some values. This is having TF-IDF value 2.2. Ease is having mobile is having a TF-IDF value of 0.5. Ease is having a value of 0.2, and bad is having a value 5.5. And remaining values will be 0. Remaining values means we will take all the words in the data corpus. This already discussed in our previous class, bag of words. So please watch that video. This mobile is good, and we will take the remaining words also from the corpus. How many different words? Best, bad. For all these words which are not present in this document, for those words, what's the TF-IDF value? 0. Remaining values which are not present in the document we will consider as zeros. What our implementation, sklearn implementation will do is, it will calculate the TF-IDF values and it will normalize these values, and it will provide it in our implementation. It will automatically do normalization also. What's the importance of normalization? Why we have to normalize the data is already clearly discussed in our previous classes, separate video on normalization. So if you have any questions regarding normalization, what's the importance of normalization and all those things, so please watch that video and come back here. Okay, this is what about a TF-IDF. Now we have to discuss about what's the disadvantages with the bag of words and the TF-IDF. Both the techniques is having a disadvantage called sparsity, sparse matrix. Because in the document corpus, we are considering all the words, all the different words that are present in the document corpus. So take this example, we are considering feedbacks from 70,000 different feedbacks. From that 70,000 different feedbacks, how many different words are available in this document corpus? At least 2,000 to 5,000 different words are available. So we have to consider each word as a column, This discussion already made in our previous class. So each word is taken as a column. But in this feedback, how many words are there? Only 4 words are there. In remaining columns, what we have to place? We have to place 0. That is what? More number of zeros means sparse matrix. We will get a sparse matrix. Okay. What's the disadvantages with bag of words and TF-IDF is sparsity, sparse matrix we will get. And second disadvantage we will get here is, in our last class we already discussed meaning, semantic similarity between the words is not considered by bag of words. The same thing happened here. TF-IDF is also not considering semantic meaning of the words, semantic similarity of the words. This clearly explained in our bag of words concept. That's why I'm not making any discussion about semantic similarity. Okay, now let's check the coding and execute the code on how to convert our text document into TF-IDF.
Coming to our coding part, this is our code for TF-IDF. In our last class, we clearly discussed about this code in a bag of words for implementing our text document, converting our text document into bag of words. The same code we are using here. There is no change in this code. The simple modification here is, in a bag of words we used a class called count vectorizer. From sklearn.feature_extraction.text import, we are importing the class called count vectorizer for a bag of words. For TF-IDF we have to import the class TF-IDF vectorizer. Other than this, there is no change in the code. This loop is used to take the feedback step by step and splitting the words and joining the words. Everything is discussed in our last class. So hoping that you are following our classes from the beginning. We are following our playlist. So we are not discussing much on this coding part. Here we are using a class called TF-IDF vectorizer of is assigned to a variable called v. In our previous class we used the class count vectorizer for converting into bag of words. This will convert into TF-IDF vectors. So, but now the important topic which we have to discuss here is let's check the documentation part. This is the documentation part. We already discussed how to check the documentation part. Everything is clearly documented. So TF-IDF vectorizer class, in this class check this variable smooth_IDF default, it is true. If you convert into false, if you take a smooth_IDF is equal to false, it will take a different implementation of the IDF. So how IDF is implemented in TF-IDF, that is given in user guide. When you go into this document is here clearly mentioned that the textbook version of IDF is the equation for textbook implementation is this. What's numerator says, the n value says number of documents. In our example 70,000 documents divided by what we discussed. The denominator will have, if you consider a word mobile, how many documents that word is there in the entire document list. That is what the denominator says. But here it is added 1 plus df of t. df of t means the word that consists in number of documents that consist that word. Why they added 1? Suppose take a word which is not there in any of the document. Then the count will be 0. Anything divided by 0 means infinity. To avoid this problem, they added 1 plus count. How many documents that word is consists of. If that word is not there in any of the document, then the value will be 0. To avoid that infinity value, they added 1 plus. This is usual textbook notation. But our TF-IDF implementation is default implementation is this one, log of 1 plus n by 1 plus df of t plus 1. This is default implementation, and if you change smooth_IDF is equal to false, it will take this implementation, log of n by df of t plus 1. So clearly this normalization is implemented by TF-IDF transformer. Everything is clearly documented. So I request you to study a little about this documentation for better understanding of the implementation and getting good idea about TF-IDF. Not only TF-IDF, for all the concepts which we are discussed, please check the documentation for better understanding, and you'll get more examples. You'll become an expert. So hope you understand the concept. If you have any questions regarding the concept, please post your questions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. Thank you.